What's going on, family? This is True to the Shrag. My apologies for the late entry video. I love to get these videos out pretty early to give you guys time to, digest the information and go over the setups on your own. But I just got fresh off a flight from Toronto, Canada, so I'm gonna rush through this. I apologize in advance. Hopefully, you can still gain some gems from this. Two things to note. This week is OPEX week, meaning options expiration week. Monthly contracts expire. Most of the time, this causes volatility in the market. So you want to be extra careful. Second thing is we have FOMC on Wednesday. Powell will be speaking. We got FOMC conference, the Federal Reserve. So you want to be on point for that. So regardless of the setups, regardless of how everything look, you still want to manage risks to the best of your ability. I'm myself going to be slowing it down this week, not too aggressive. Just want to get a feel. You never know what can happen. Monday, usually when we have OPEX and FOMC, Monday is kind of dry. Again, you never know what we get, but again, I won't expect too much until after Wednesday, probably Thursday, Friday, but we'll see what happens again. OPEX, volatility, monthly expiration contracts expiring. So you want to be on the cautious side. Nothing to fear, but you do want to know when to pump the brakes and when to put your foot back on the gas. And this is one of those situations where we came off a crazy week, right? If you've been watching these videos, IO and Q went absolutely bananas. Like, might have to do a recap video on that one, right? Most of the watch this last week, I think believe all the trades mentioned except for microchip had went crazy. Microchip didn't even trigger, but still setting up itself. But we got a first batch of things that I like come this week, and we're gonna jump straight into it. So starting off first, I like LI Auto. Now, I don't trade LI Auto that much. So anything I don't trade that much, I usually buy good enough time on it. Same thing with IO and Q, right? Don't trade IO and Q much. We got October's and we hit every target within 1 week with 2 months out. So that's the kind of odds I like to give myself. But LI Auto, we're gonna look at what's going on here. So start with the year, very flat on the year. Let's go to the quarter, do our top-down analysis. Right on the quarter, nothing really special. It's been consolidating or haven't really been doing much. Pop up, pop down, pop up, pop down. It's been stuck in the range of $27 and $23. Come to the month. I like how we've been holding the previous month low. This previous month low area has also been a sweep area in the past. So I always like to see if price has memory based on the type of price ranges we sweeping or we rejecting. In this case, 22.42. If you look to the left, this is the area of buying, right? Area of buying. So we like that. Also, we had the opportunity to go lower and we didn't just shed. We got bought up in this instance. So I want to see if we could pump some more to the upside. Let's look at the week. The week is double inside. Y'all know me, consolidation create opportunities. Not only that the week is a double inside, but we have it sitting on a point of control. Now, my theory is if we cannot go below previous month low, 22.42, if they're going to keep consolidating it here, then they might want to run it up to the upside, okay? They might want to run this one to the upside. So that's why I like this ticker. Let's look at the daily. The daily is again consolidating. The daily is consolidating on that point of control as well. We're looking at calls above previous week high, 24.59. Calls above 24.59 is our entry point for this one. Let's get the hybrid time frames. Look at the 2 days. 2 days got a 3-2. LI look phenomenal. We just need the pump, honestly. Um, got a 2-up continuation on the 3 day and on the 4 day. 2-up continuation. But the whole essence of this is getting out of this chop, finally get that pop. Again, coming out that buying area. Not only that, we in the OTE as well. Yeah, we in OTE as well. So, if you've been watching these videos, you know what time it is. Yeah, I know what time it is. This is pop time. Pop time. Again, I don't trade this that much, so let's look at the analyze tab. Again, when I don't trade stuff that much, I get extra time because I don't got time. But October's for me is super cheap. 26C, 150. I mean, I got it on the 27th because I like to see the worst case scenario on things. This does not reflect the percentages if we was to hit this within 1 week. Y'all seen what IONQ, like I said, y'all see what IONQ did. So let's get some targets. So we have 25, 25. I think we get up, not think, I know that we can get up to 26.30 and 27.38 to say the least. So 27.38, 70% if those Octobers is hit by the 27th. Those are good numbers. Those are good numbers. 25, 25, -9. Again, if we was to hit this by like the 19th or something, that ain't much. 2909. Like this can go bananas. This can go bananas. Like we can realistically get up back up to 31.10. Honestly, 31.17, 31. So that's 200 and about 26. That's still 200. So I want to get back up to that 30s, above the 25 area. All right. If you want to go with less time, I mean, yeah, I think October's would be if you want to be super safe, you can always go with the Decembers. I don't think it's necessary. But again, if you want to go super safe, December's 28 Cs. Again, that'll give you the target at 30. And look at these odds, 31 points, that's over 100%. You hit 2909, we can hit 2909, that's 110%. So 2909, only right there, that can happen within 1 week. Right? Not only that, I'm telling, giving y'all a target, I give the time frame that this can happen in. Granted, we get some good movement. So that's the first ticker I like, LI. Next ticker I like is Marvel or Marvel. So I like it starting off with the month. The month has been holding this $61, $60 range, right? It popped up. They killed the stock, came all the way down, swept previous year low, popped back up, and now we finally got that pullback. We created a higher low. Maybe that's a higher low. Yeah, create a higher low, and now we want to see that reversal back to the upside. So with the Fibs, let's put it in the golden area. Got a fail two down on the month. We still mid-month, so let's check out the week. Oh, before we check out the week, look to the left again. Buying and holding area here. It's been a holding area in this range around 2160 range, 2190. It's been in the holding area. Come to the week. We see this more in a week. We got a fell two down last week, three fell two down. I mean, some people probably took this for puts. They got swept. Got swept. They got stopped out. Now they brought this up to the upside. So obviously, if I'm a person that's in puts, I'm trying to get out of there. And that's the idea I have for this one. So it ran up, consolidated, ran up, kind of pulled back, didn't really pull back, but created a hammer. I think this looks nice, especially if you can get above 68.52. Then I think we get to 73 pretty easily. We got a nice gap to fill from about 74 to 78. Nice, beautiful gap to fill. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens there. I think the hybrid time frames look decent on this as well. Got a nice 212 coming in. We got a 2-day opening up tomorrow as well. So nice 212. That means calls above 68.52. Trigger the 212 in the 2-day. Again, we want to hit that 73. And we want to see if we get up to the previous quarter close at 77.40. That's the targets. I like October 75 Cs for only $1.27. And again, you look at these targets on the left, 73. If we hit, all right, so I really like this. If we hit 73, that's 87% by the 27th. That's good. That's very good odds. 73 is only right there. That could happen in 2, 3 days. You get what I'm saying? Then you got 77.40, 77 point. Let's put that 40 in there. That's over 200%. So don't need to go no further. Beautiful odds on this one. Beautiful, beautiful odds. We just needed this to keep to keep creeping to the upside. Again, if it doesn't trigger, just keep eyes on it. If it pull back and retest the previous week high, just keep eyes on it. That means the discount, but continue to consolidate, keep eyes on it. Like, don't take your eyes off these plays. I don't expect everything to trigger Monday and to go crazy. A lot of people just think because the day we spotted the good, that it's supposed to go crazy. Nah, that's not how it works. Gotta relax. Some trades sometimes take off a week later, a week and a half later, and they go crazy. They go crazy. So we got to put it to perspective. A lot of us will wait bi-weekly for a check from our job, but we're getting impatient to make a quick thousand or two, three, four, five, 6,000 off a swing trade that we ain't have to put no energy into. When we go to work, we got to put our energy into whatever we doing to generate a dollar that they print out of thin air. But yet we won't wait to make money without exerting energy. So that being said, that's how I'm looking at these swings. That's how I process it mentally, the psychological part of this, right? Marvel. That I'm going over again in this video actually look better than I thought. Next ticket is Shopify. I like Shopify a lot. First and foremost, let's look at the month. Shopify been on a going crazy. It did hit, sorry for all these lines. I don't know damn where these lines come from, but it did hit previous month high. And this previous month high happened to be the highs of the past as well. So it did sweep, pull back, and it held previous week low pretty well. If y'all look to the left of 133.40, just see what I'm getting at here. This is also a sweep area in the past as well. This may be ready to push up beyond the previous month high or beyond 156.85 to eventually get back up to the highs of 176.29. And I'll say that because it's retesting this area pretty well. And let me see if I can go out a few more years. Yeah, so this is the highest it's ever been as far as what I'm seeing. And we may be ready to push into all-time highs pretty soon. If we, again, if we could crack back above previous month high, but that will be a target too. And we would just have to monitor what happens at 156.85. There's a chance it can pull back, not probably crazy like this, but it can pull back, especially if the entire market pull back as well. So we want to watch out for that, be careful of that. But we can catch a quick, 100%, 80%, just hitting that quick target and getting out of there. Uh, we triggered 3-2, pull back, failed 2, but it didn't pull back crazy. Instead, it held previous month close 141.28 pretty well, which also I'm looking at these previous weeks. Price seemed to like to hold this area regardless of price coming down, especially on the week of 818, swept it back up. It went down below that level of 825 as well, swept it back up. So I like how it's now holding that level. And if you look on a daily, it's like a basin area. So for me, it's like a little TTO, also a mini pennant, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of things happening in this range here. Right? It's a lot of things happening in this range. So it's a little mini pennant there for you as well. And it's also, I believe, not quite, but it's holding the top of the OTE. So that's three things telling me that this can pop from here. I mean, it will be invalid if it can't hold the previous month closing. Even then, I would have to still monitor this trade if it hangs around the previous week open and the previous week low. Now, this trade would be completely over if it goes below the previous week low. Okay. And start to fill that gap. But other than that, this can pop back to the upside. I like the consolidation here. I mean, if it wanted to go down, it should have already. I mean, if the market don't dump, then this is going up. This is going up. If the market don't dump, this is going up. So shoot on a 2 day. I'm not, don't care about that. Double inside 3 day. We get a new 3 day on the 17th. So we do have the opportunity to trigger 2 on 2 on a 3 day as well. And again, those tight closings is telling me that a squeeze is happening there. And again, another shooter, but I'm not really worried about that shooter because we hold in price. So I like calls above 144.63. That triggered a 2-2 rev, slightly an early entry. But if we get above the previous week high and the previous week close, this can go bananas and get back up to that 153.32 at least. And again, we want to watch out for that previous month high, 156.85. I like I do not like the September's because those expiring. So those are going to act as weeklies. We could again, October's would be the best bet. At least the 155s would be the best bet because by the time we hit 156, we'd be selling in the money. So 155s. And here's the targets, 150.76. It's about 27 for 30%. 153.32 is 69%. That's right there. That can happen in like 2 days. Again, we're giving it 2 weeks. And then we got 156.85, which puts us in that 100 zone. That's what we want. And then we want to watch what happens there. I mean, if you want to get more time and go further out the money, you can. If you want to get more time and go further out the money and grab these previous quarter highs here, like 165, you can do that as well. But you just want to monitor the market if you're going to do that. So, again, like November's 175, still 360. It's just if you want to be super, super safe. I recommend like new followers that's following me to be super, super safe. All right. Get the feel of what it's like to hold a trade. Okay, now next ticker, Affirm. I noticed Affirm last week. I like it. Again, another trade that's been going bananas to the upside. Hit some major levels. Same with Shopify. Hit the previous month high 100. You could see that this is a problem area as it was in the past, and it pulled back. So the question is this ready to pop back to the upside? Well, I seem to think so. We've been wicking off of the previous week low of 81.60 when wicking off that area. And if I go down to the daily, um, gap to the upside, pull back, then now we are retesting the previous highs of these previous dailies candles over here. So we retesting this 79.80 area. I like that. It could consolidate on this range a little more before it actually pop. But right now we do have a hammer. So we're going to say it calls above 84.12. Calls above 84.12. We also enter the golden zone as well, the gold buy zone. As long as price holds this range, I love it. As long as price holds that, this is good to go. I don't care if it keeps consolidating before it does, but as long as it holds that, this trade is still valid. We have targets of 90.14, 93.20. Everyone at least get back up to that 100. We could put a little target in between this wick because it's a long stretch. Probably 95 or 97.5. But let's check out that analyze tabs. Want to look at October's for this, 340s. If you are risky, then you could do the 19s. I'll say don't do that because of Powell. But hey, the choice is yours. We got 93. We got 90.14. Look at what 90.14 is doing. 169, but that's for the weekly. If the Octobers hit that, that's 73. That's good money. That's good money. 27, 47, 81. Those are short-term targets. That's 90.14 is right there. Catch my drift? You're giving yourself a month to hit a 2-day move. It's hard to lose on those type of positions. You got 93.20, 100%. So yeah, I mean, you pay a little more, but you get a more of a payout sometimes, and you got more of a probability of hitting those targets. So can't go wrong with that. Next ticker I'm going to talk about is MP. Haven't traded MP materials in a long time, but I like how it's setting up. Real simple setup going on here. Again, another trade that's been popping to the upside. Finally got some pullback, retesting a demand zone, kind of like in this demand zone here, and that's what we wanted to hold. So we really wanted to hold the previous week low, which is right there. We wanted to hold the previous week low. Month is bullish. Everything is bullish. But come to this daily, where we got a lot of consolidation. We want to get above that consolidation. We want to get above this 64.82 level before we start to see back to this upside. Got a little mini gap to fill here as well. So we want to attack that gap. First target would be 66.55. I'm sorry. So mm, this one a little funny. We want get calls above this one candle here, but we really want to get above 64.82. First target 66.55. Second target 69.35. Third target 71.07, and see what happens from there. Real quick one with this. I mean, we pop from this area as well. Get for that same road to the upside. Let's analyze some tickets. I got the 3 Octobers, 68 C's for 250. If we get hit 69.40, that's 32%. Remember, that's by the 27th. So if we do the 19, that's 80%. And if we hit 69.35, then that's 9.35, 7107, 71.07. That's 121%. And by 27th, that's 76%. So I like that one. I like that one. You're gonna get anything shorter term, again, just be a little careful. 75 can go to. Right. I really think we get back up here, but I'll give you some easy targets. Last but not least, AMD. I haven't traded AMD in a while, but I really like how it's setting up. Let's look at first things first. 3-2 in that quarter, pull back. I didn't really mark this one off. I'm sorry. 3-2 in that quarter, pull back. Hit this quarter of October, starting even hit up here. Price has memory, y'all. I'm gonna keep saying it over and over. Price has memory. Look at that. They got the price of 187.24, denied the same 2 quarter. This quarter hit that level, pull back. This quarter hit that level to the T, pull back. This quarter hit that level to the T, pull back. So now come to the month. Now we got a nice TTO going on, right? Crazy upside. Finally got that pullback. It's I can see all this stuff with the naked eye now, though. I don't really need to draw levels like that anymore. We holding this little choppy area that we had in the previous past. We holding this range. And as long as we keep holding this range, price has the potential to go right back up. But we got to see how well we hold that range, right? Just doing it really quickly here because I'm running out of time. But let's get to the meat and the potatoes of this. So on the week, loving how we holding this week. We holding the previous week low and previous week close. And we got a fail to down on a daily. We really want to get above the previous week high because that's where we rejected before. So that's going to be an area of concern, previous week high. Sure y'all write that down. Previous week high, area of concern, right? And then we got the daily going on. So we mark that daily. What I like about this daily is that we got that like nice 3-2 going on there. Again, we want to get above this previous week high. This area going to be a little problem. I can see it. This area and this area. We get above. That's going to be targets as well. 168.57, 170.99. We can get to this quarterly level. These core levels are going to be problems as well. So there's a couple issues on here, but as far as the setup itself is nice and it does have some potential, we just need AMD at that point to cooperate. Be patient with this one. I know it's hard to be patient with AMD sometimes. This is more for the bigger ports. We got some targets of 174, so we're gonna get the 175 C's, 310s, Octobers. Don't get no, I mean, we get any less time than that. Just be careful. And again, we're gonna get to that 170 and 174. We're gonna get to that 174. That's 120% by the 27. I'll take that. I'll take that. I will take that. And that's 170.99 actually. Yeah, I will take that. That's good odds. That could happen. Y'all know AMD, man. That could happen in 1 day, 2 days. We getting ourselves 2 weeks to hit 170.99. Very good odds. As long as they hold, 140, 150, still good. As long if it keep consolidating and never trigger, it's still good. As long as it keep it structured, you know what I'm saying? Um, That being said, that's the watch list. We get up to one of these 720. We really cooking, right? I'm short sighting this on purpose, but it could really get back up to the highs. And if it does that, let's put it in there. So 390%. October's about the 27th. So that's my mini watch list for this week. Again, watch out for FOMC, OPEX, take your time, size down just a little bit. Not going too crazy this week, but we're gonna take what we're gonna get. All right. Have a good night, y'all, and peace.